We got a side mirror to install. Let's get to it. This is what we're working on today, a 2016 Honda Accord LX. I already replaced the right side mirror on this vehicle, so here's the old one. You can clearly see it was broken. It was barely holding on. I went with the complete aftermarket assembly. That's typically the easiest ways to repair these older Hondas like this, because a lot of times Honda makes you buy the individual parts for these mirrors. It can get pretty expensive very fast. Now, one caveat, the cap here on these vehicles are usually body colored, so we can see that this one is blue and our new one is black. So it looks fine, and typically that's the two colors you can get when you're going aftermarket. You can get either a black cap or a white one. Usually the rest of it is going to be black no matter what color you get. But the owner was happy enough with it that they're like, hey, why don't we just go ahead and replace the other side so that they match. So that's what we're going to do today. Here's the left side mirror that we're going to be replacing today. You can see that our cap is badly deteriorated. The sun has definitely faded that paint. And there's something weird going on with the mirror here. There's a lot of funny distortion. So that's another reason why the owner wants to replace it, along with, you know, just that this kind of looks like crap compared to our new one on the other side. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be replacing this. And just like the right side, we're going to be replacing the left side with a complete assembly. This one is a pretty cheap one from Amazon. It's exactly the same as the one on the other side. That one seemed to go in okay and work alright, so that's why we're going to be using the same exact one to replace our driver's side one today. First thing we'll do is pop this cap off. Usually we can just reach behind there and pop that clip out and lift it out. Now on some vehicles we could just unplug this and take the mirror off. Makes it nice and easy. But on this model it's plugged in down here. So in order to get to that plug we have to pull our door panel off. And we should be able to just come in here with a screwdriver and pop this down just like that. Take it out. And we got two screws in there we got to get out. Now in addition to those two screws, Hondas usually have 1 to 3 screws that hold our door pull. And on this model we have one screw under here. Other models there might be a cover right here where there's a screw here. And I think on coupes there's a door pull right here or a handle. And there might be some screws here with covers. So definitely look for some kind of screw or screws that hold these in. Sometimes there's a panel down here that has to be popped off and the screws are down here. Just depends on the different model, but pretty much always you can be assured there's a screw holding this in and we need to get them out before we try to just pull that door panel off. To get our switch out, we need to pry this thing up. We don't want to pry back here because there's a little hook. We need to pry in the front and there's not much of a lip, and so I'm going to use this little plastic trim tool and just try to get under here and just pop it up just like that. You can see now we're up. Come on. And of course we got to be careful, try not to break things. And there's that little hook I was telling you about, so that's why we don't want to pry back here. It needs to come up in the front first and go that way. And now we can unplug it, or we can try to just leave it there. All we need is a little bit of slack just to get the door panel loose, because honestly all I'm going to do is lift the door panel off, move it a little bit and unclip it and then unbolt it. So I don't really want to take the entire door panel off because this is still attached with cables and we don't want to break that. And I don't want to unplug these if I don't have to, so it's just, you know, trying to save work. Of course, the longer I talk about it, I could have just unplugged it. Alright, and right there, that's the screw we got to get out. That does not look factory. I don't think this is a factory screw here, but whatever. We got to get it out. Now, that's the only screw holding our door pull in, so now it's just going to be held in with a series of clips all the way around. So we just need to find an area, usually back over here, where we can get under there and start just popping them loose and just pop it free all the way around. And we'll know we have it loose when it's just hanging on the top up here. Now, a lot of times you can just get your fingers in there, but not on this model. So we're going to use our same little trim tool and just sneak in there and see if I can pop it off with you guys here. All right. Now we're just going to keep going all the way around. Feel like some of them are missing. Somebody's been here before. Alright, and now you can see, hopefully you can tell, our whole thing is wiggling, so we are loose. All right, now what I'm going to do, lift the panel up where it's hanging right here, and we just need to clear enough in order to unplug it. So we'll just kind of pop it up like that, and I don't know, well, of course, come here. There's our plug right there. So now we just need to unplug it, and now we're loose. Now a lot of times this should be clipped in, and I think it's this one right here. That's the original one. So obviously this is an aftermarket replacement already. But that's how you unplug it, and if necessary you pull that clip out. And all I was doing was holding the door panel like that so it won't go anywhere. And now we can just lift it back up and hang it back. Now it won't go anywhere. Alright, our mirror is held on by 3 nuts, 1, 2, and 3. 10mm socket, I'm going to zip them off. And this one I can't quite get, at least not with this, so I'm going to have to pull our door panel off. And I would have just zipped it off at the same time I unplugged it, but I was holding you guys. Where did you go? Come here. Alright, it's on the ground. Now this clip should hold the mirror in, but being that somebody's worked here before, you might want to put your hand out there and make sure it doesn't fall. Now we just gotta squeeze those clips in and pop the mirror out. And of course we need to be holding it because it'll just fall to the ground. Alright, it's always a good idea. Compare your new part with your old part. Make sure they match. Now this one, these mirrors don't come with the correct clip on there. Some aftermarket ones, like I think this is an aftermarket mirror, it comes with a clip, but we know just from looking on the vehicle that the factory clip is broken because half of it's still in there. On the passenger side, I was able to save the clip and reuse it, and I just put it right here and clipped it onto our new mirror. On this one I can't do that because somebody broke the old one, but I'm not going to try to reuse this one or take it off because it does not look like it fits in the factory hole. So either we have to go without a clip or we got to figure out something. Now typically to get those clips off, there's our broken one right there. I'll just use a tool like this. I just put it at the appropriate angle and just kind of pop it out before I take the mirror out. Obviously in this case we already had a broken clip, so there's not much I could do with it. I'll probably go ahead and pop that out and we'll see if we can't replace it with something. And there's what the factory one looks like. Well, the back half of it, front half, had a little loop with a zip tie on it. So that's how I usually just stick a screwdriver or a pick in there, just lift up the little tab that holds a zip tie in and open it up and reuse these things. But in this case, somebody decided they didn't want to reuse this. All right, I'm just going to take a damp rag and I'm going to clean things up right here. And I can definitely see evidence of a tape line right here where this thing has been repainted. If your vehicle's in pristine condition, just be careful. You don't want to put scratches when you clean things up. This vehicle, not quite in pristine condition, so I'm not as concerned. Alright, now we're going to take our new assembly, fish it through. We're going to line up the studs. They should pop through here, and then this is supposed to clip into place, but some of these aftermarket ones don't, so I make sure have a nut handy and get it threaded on so it won't go anywhere. Now we'll thread the other 2 nuts on, and I'm just going to lift the panel off and tack these down. I don't know how many thousands of clips I have, but I have a lot. I don't have that exact clip, but let's see if this one works. Come on. Alright, that snaps into place. And we should be able to just plug our mirror in like that. So we're snapped in, and then let's see, how can we How can we zip tie this? Let me figure this out. Alright, how's that look? I think we're okay now. Now we can hang this back up here like that. Alright, good to go. And if we got it lined up on the top, you can see that clip right here. It'll be lined up with our hole, and we can see we are. Now, sometimes they'll stay attached to our metal door frame here. If that's the case, you got to pop them out and then reinstall them back over here. Usually they don't break, they usually just stay over here. But in this case, we're ready to go. We can snap this back in. Alright, we'll reinstall this screw here, and if everything's installed correctly, that should line right back up with the little plastic insert in there. And it is plastic. Once it bottoms out, like right there, stop, you're good to go. And we can snap this back into place. Of course, we got to start over here and then just try to get everything, all the clips kind of lined back up. We'll get these two screws installed. We'll drop our cover back into place and snap it in. And we'll pop this back into place. Of course, this clip is going to go right there. So you drop the bottom in first, and then as long as it lines up, it'll snap in. Alright, I got the key in. Let's see if it works. Down, up, left, right. I think it looks good. Alright, let's check it out. The glass looks nice and clear. Everything looks nice. The finish looks good. Yeah, it's black. It's not body colored like the old one, but a lot of vehicles come with all black mirrors like that. So, I mean, that's not out of the norm. And hey, for not a lot of money, this is an easy and cheap way to fix your mirror and at least get them working again. And if you're doing the other side, the procedure is exactly the same. It's just a mirror image. No pun intended. Well, that's it for this one, and as always, if the video helped you out, you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.